Hey YouTubers, it's that Van Guy again with another weekly store finds and mail deliveries video. First we'll go through some of the stuff that I got recently that either I've already opened in a previous video and these are doubles, or ones that I'm keeping carded for trading. First up is this Greenlight Hollywood hitch and tow. I opened one of these before. I just bought it for the Ram Charger. I'm a big Ram Charger fan. The police car I traded to Champion DJK, and the trailer I still have, but I just was interested in the Ram Charger. I pre-ordered it to make sure that I got one, and then I found it locally, so I ended up with two. So I'll probably be possibly selling this or trading it, or maybe I'll keep it for a second Ram Charger and then trade off the rest of the pieces. So we're not going to be opening that. I'll give you a shot of the back. If you're interested in what the packaging looks like or some of the other info, there's a list of some of the other vehicles that are in this Series 5 hitch and tow. A-Team, Terminator, Starsky and Hutch. I was thinking about getting the A-Team, but I already have the regular A-Team van, so I thought I would pass on it. Next up is a couple Greenlight vans. Same deal on these. Pre-ordered it to make sure that I got one, and then found it locally, or found it at a local store. So that would be an extra. Might keep it, or I might use it for van trading. Here's another one that I got. This is a really cool one. Series 19 of the Black Bandit collection. GMC Vandura. It's got kind of a ghost stripe on it. It's got a black stripe, but you kind of have to hold it in the light just right to see it. It's pretty neat. So that's a favorite, but I already opened that one. I already have it. If you've checked out my Greenlight Chevy van casting video, it was in that, so you could take a close look up at that if you want to check out that video. I also, my local Walmart got this Honda dump bin, so I grabbed a couple of these Honda Odysseys. For trading. I already have one of these, so set that aside. And I think you guys have seen these already. These I found a couple locally at my Target and Walmart. This is a Target exclusive. This is a Walmart exclusive. These are both ones that you might be able to find at your local stores right now. So I already have a few of these, and I've opened them in previous videos, so I'm going to be saving those for van trading or for or to sell. Here's another item that I picked up at my local Walmart. This is pretty much a chase piece. This is probably the most rare of the current Globe Traveler Matchbox releases. This Ford GT in the Gulf Racing livery. Really cool piece. Have a couple of these. Whenever I see them, I buy them. I just can't not buy them. They just are too cool, and they're kind of rare. You rarely, maybe they're just because they're popular, and when they're on the shelf, everyone just grabs them. But save that for van trading or to sell. I think that's mostly it. Here is like a really huge find. I pre-ordered. I'm a huge Christine fan. Let me just kind of set this back so you can see it a little better. Maybe I'll move some of these vans, loose ones that we'll check out later in the video, so you can get a better shot of it. But this is the Darnell's Garage diorama scene from the Christine movie. These are brand new, and they should be coming to your local Johnny Lightning or Greenlight, or I'm sorry, Johnny Lightning or Auto World dealer, or your local store that carries Johnny Lightning and Auto World. There's two different versions. There's a Johnny Lightning version like this, And then there's an Auto World version. I think the Auto World version is a little bit more elaborate. I know it's retails for more money. So I'm probably not going to be opening this because it's such cool packaging, and I have some other Christine diorama pieces that that are still in the package. I'm sure they'll be worth a lot more in the original package. I plan on getting 2 of each. So once I do have 2 of each, I will probably open 1 of each on my channel here, so you can see all the parts and pieces and stuff. But this is the first one I found, so I'm going to wait until I get a duplicate before I open this. But you can take a look. Pretty cool. It's like a scene from the movie. This is like the stall where Arnie parks Christine in the movie at Darnell's garage. I'll show you a shot of the back. They also are selling a Ghostbusters diorama version. So that's that. So check that out. Look for that at your local store. Very, very cool piece, but like I said, unfortunately, we're not going to be opening that today. So we'll set that aside so it's out of the way. The rest of the stuff, I think we're going to be opening. I got some really cool pieces yet to show you. Another thing that I'll just fly by the camera that I got this week that was a pre-order is this really cool weekend workshop. It's a Miho exclusive in the Golf livery, and I already have the Golf gas station. So I just thought, well, I have the gas station. This is a Golf weekend workshop, so I'll just pick this up to match my gas station. Just give you a shot of some of the sides of the box. I am going to be doing a video on this, but it'll be a separate video, so I'm not going to open it in this video today. But just give you kind of a quick shot of what's inside. You can see the doors open, swing open like all the other garages. Just kind of show you. So it's pretty much the same as the other weekend garages. It might be slightly more detailed. I think the lockers or the shelving in the back is like metal, which I'm not sure if that's the norm. I think they might normally be plastic because it says on here somewhere that it's like a special feature or so. But that's the Miho exclusive Golf weekend workshop. But I'll be opening that in a future separate video so we can spend more time on it. But just figured I'd show you that quick. The rest of the stuff we should be opening. I got a lot of cool stuff, some more rare stuff to show you. So definitely stick around for the rest of the video. This first one, I'll go through some of these loose fans. This first one is really cool. The rims are really detailed. I found this at, it was an antique mall. One of the guys in our local club posted a video of a seller at an antique mall in a glass case that had a whole bunch of different Hot Wheels for sale, and this particular one caught my eye because I do not have this. This is a Flying Colors Super Van. This is pretty rare. I believe it was released in like the early 80s, like 80, 81. And it's not in too bad a shape, and I didn't have this one, so I definitely wanted to grab it. So I drove about an hour, maybe more than an hour, to get this. But we'll take a closer look at it. And then while I was there, I drove an hour to get there, so I'm like, I might as well take a close look at what all the other stuff that you have here. I found this one. I think I've heard Champion DJK talk about this in his videos. This is a Siku. I think it might be a European brand. Let's see if we can get the camera to focus on it. Yeah, so I never had one of these before. So that's something really cool that we can take a close look at, and we'll just go through these loose fans. Okay, let's take a closer look at it. This is that Siku. Hopefully I'm saying it right. If I'm wrong, you can let me know in the comments. But this is a VW ambulance van made by Siku. And it was really cheap, and it looked like it was in mint condition yet. I didn't have one of these yet, so I figured, well, I'll check it out, for $1 or whatever it is I spent on it. It was definitely worth it. Here's another one that a little more banged up, but another cool one. I have a couple of these VW Sunnigans. The most recent one is from the Car Culture Cargo Carrier series. I'm not sure if this has been customized at all, like repainted, or if this is originally the way it came. If you know, maybe you can leave me a comment. Because it looks like some of the blue is flaking off and the blue underneath is coming through, almost like maybe someone puts the darker blue color over the top of the light blue and made it a two-tone, and some of the paint is flaking off, showing the paint underneath. So don't know too much about this one, but I just thought it was a pretty cool one, so I grabbed it. Next up are a couple of Ertls. Let's take a look at the bottom. Ertl. Now there's two different style Ertls here. Some of these I've seen that have this weird square plastic hump on the bottom, and they have the bumper that sticks way out in the back. This one is a Champion Auto Stores van. Pretty neat. All these were in fairly good condition. Almost all of them were mint, or close to mint, except for the really old stuff. So and they were fairly cheap, so I already spent the gas money to drive all that way, so I just figured I'll pick up a couple extra. Here's another Ertl. With the weird plastic square chunk on the bottom and the bumper that sticks way out. These might have been a cheaper line, like a less expensive line compared to the regular Ertls. This one is a Caterpillar service van. Pretty neat. And then lastly is this other Ertl, but this one looks like it's maybe a premium Ertl because this one has a metal base and it just looks different. You can see it says Ertl there. The wheels seem to be pretty much the same, but it just has a metal base. And this is another one that was was in really nice shape. If you take a look back, you could tell on some of these Ertls, they're fairly early. They use stickers on the side of the vehicle instead of like a painted tampo like Hot Wheels does. So if you rewind it and watch, check out those other two previous Ertl vans. Again, you'll notice that they just have stickers on the sides. So that's that. Then I found this dairy delivery for $1, and it was in mint condition, brand new. I think I have an extra one of these already, but not a mint one. So I just figured as long as I was there, I'd grab it. Maybe some of the guys in the club, my local club, might want it since it's like in such nice condition. So that's that. And then I grabbed this for Champion DJK because I know that he's a Viper guy and it was cheap. And I believe he does not. I checked with him. I don't think he has this. So he'll be excited to get this at our next monthly meet, I'm sure. Do some trading or something. I think it was really cheap, so I'll probably just give it to him. So there's that. Original early Viper casting from Hot Wheels. This one, I have a few, what is it? It kind of reminds me of a Dodge Durango. But the name of the casting is Fandango. I think it's, I'm pretty sure it's a fantasy casting, but kind of reminds me of a Dodge Durango or a Dodge Dakota, customized Dodge Dakota. I have a few of these. I'm not real hardcore into collecting them yet, but I found it at Walmart for $1. That's a current release, so I just thought, I'll pick one up. You know, while it's best time to buy it is when you see it. So we got that, and then this one I got from eBay. I believe this is the only one I am missing from the Jada brand Div Cruiser line. I think I have like 5 or 6 Div Cruisers, DIV Cruisers, and this one is the only one that I did not have. I had the option. I found 2 on eBay. One was selling for $20, still in the packaging and mint condition. Or I could get this one for $9 with a couple flea bites and a little wear and tear on it. So I just decided to go for the cheap route. Maybe I could touch it up with a paint pen or something. Cover up a couple little nicks. But definitely excited to have that one because that is pretty much completing my Jada Div Cruisers, which I collect. Next we got some more Hot Wheels stuff. I already have one of these. This is a Blackwall Baja Breaker with the opening hood. Plastic opening hood. In fairly good condition. This might actually be slightly better condition than the one that I already have. So I kind of have to compare the two and see which one I'm going to keep. But grab that one at the antique mall, fairly cheap. Speaking of ones that I want to change or upgrade, this is the original white paramedic street van that I had in my collection. As you can see, it's a little bit banged up, and the tampo on the one side is really faded or worn off. So I kind of wanted to get a better example of it. I just happened to show the passenger side of all my super vans or 70s vans. And unfortunately the passenger side is the one that is worn off. So I found one on eBay in a little bit better condition. You can see check out the passenger side tampo. It's pretty worn off. Here's its replacement, the upgrade. So this one's got really nice fresh tampo on it yet. It's not worn off, not chipped too bad. I mean, it is a vintage super van, so it does have a little bit of wear, and it does, you know, you're not going to generally find these mint unless you buy them carded and open them. And I didn't want to spend that much money on buying a carded version. This one is good enough for me. So pretty excited to add that one. And then super excited to add this Flying Colors super van. This one is fairly rare. It's harder to find, especially in good condition. All these vintage super vans, they have, you know, they're obviously old and been played with, most of them, unless you buy it carded or you find like a mint example. You do however, have to watch out for reproductions or restorations. Make sure you read the description on eBay and do a lot of research on it before you bid or buy, because there's a lot of people selling these as reproductions where it's just they take any old super van and strip it, repaint it, and add stickers to it or whatever, and if you don't look closely, it looks like it's a mint a mint original vintage, but it's really not. So I'm really excited to get add this one to the collection because this is one I was missing. If I do find one in better condition down the road, you know, then this will get replaced and be traded off. But this is a good start for this Flying Color Super Van that I did not have. So really excited to add that to the collection. I'll be doing a Super Van video in the near future here. I also got this, found this on eBay. This is a Johnny Lightning Dwyer Group. I think this Dwyer Group company had they own different service companies like Roto-Rooter and whatnot, and they made a run of these GMC service vans, and I found this one real cheap on eBay, and I didn't have it, so I had to pick it up. Nice Johnny Lightning van. I don't know a lot about these. This is my first one, but I think I've read on the internet that there's chrome wheel versions and there's red wheel versions. And I heard that the red wheel versions are more rare, but I don't know for sure. I can't confirm that. It seemed to me that the red wheeled versions were the ones that I was finding on eBay. I don't think I've seen a chrome wheel version for sale. So if any of you out there know, feel free to leave a comment on if you know anything about the variation on these. There's some chrome wheel versions and there's the red wheel versions. And there's some different vans. I think there's maybe 6 or 7. There's like Mr. Glass, Roto-Rooter, Mr. Appliance, a bunch of different service company logos on these. So happy to add that to the collection. Here's one that you could take a look at, that we're probably gonna open. I found this pretty cheap. I think it was maybe a Shopko or Target or something. They had these on special. They were on sale for like less than $2 or $2. And this is got Real Riders. This is metal on metal construction. Real Riders from a pop culture. Must be like a Hot Wheels Batman pop culture set. I'll show you the back, and I'll show the other vehicles in the series. This might have been like Batman versus Superman or something like that. I'm not really sure because there's a couple of Superman cars. It's probably what it was. I have the quick delivery, and I also have the Volkswagen T1 panel, so I have both of those. And with the popularity recently of the new Dodge D100 and some of the other brand new Dodges, I think there's an 87 D100 that's brand new for 2018. So I wanted to get this Dodge Macho Power Wagon because I did not have one. And not crazy about the Batman graphics on it, but I thought maybe I could get some acetone or something, and maybe I could get the Batman graphics off it, and still have the original paint. Let's take a close look at it. Nice rubber knobby tires, black wheels. Let's zoom in on it a little bit here. I like those wheels. The rims. Big old chunky off-road Dodge truck with a big crash bar in the front. I like that that body style, like the 70s body style. Kind of reminds me of the Ram Charger, the grill and taillights and stuff. So cool, definitely a cool truck. But and I do collect some Dodge trucks, but not real crazy about the Batman logos on it. So that one's pretty cool. All right, next few I'm pretty excited about. We got these M2 Moon Eyes. We got these Moon Eyes here. And I'll open one up if I can open it here. Maybe take the top off of the case. I don't think I'm going to unscrew it from the base for the video here. I'm sure I will eventually take it out. But just so you can get a better look at the paint job and stuff. I'll take a closer look at it. Not sure why my camera is not focusing. There we go. So that's the, this is a brand new one. This is one that I found at Walmart. This is M2 Moon Eyes release, 49 Mercury Custom. I just love these lead sleds, and it's got like a cool paint job on it. I like the Moon Eyes dished hubcaps on it. Just a really cool piece. So there's that one, and then there's also this Moon Eyes Ford van that I obviously had to have. So we'll open this one up here. Take a close look at that. Open it up so I can get a good look at it without any glare. Alright, let's check it out. Go with Moon, it says. Moon Eyes. We love the good old USA. Is that what it says? Pretty cool one. I like the yellow paint. I think M2 has done a few Moon Eyes livery Ford vans. A couple I still need. There's like a two-tone, like a black and yellow version, and I think a white and yellow. But I really like this one. I like the Moon Eye hubcap, the dished hubcap on it. Smooth chrome, looks really cool. I like the yellow metallic paint. Just a really cool example of a M2 Ford van in the Moon Eyes livery. I wonder if unfortunately it looks like mine might have a little bit of damage on it. If you take a look at the Moon Eyes logo on this side, it's nice and clean. On this side, not so much. Looks like the M is messed up a little. That's kind of a bummer. But, you know, it happens, I guess. It can't all be perfect, although that would be ideal. Last couple we're going to look at today. This is one I'm real excited. I found this at GameStop. This is a Kroger exclusive super van in this Tim Burton The Nightmare Before Christmas Halloween Hot Wheels set. I'll show you the back of the card. Paid $1.29 for it. There's the other cars in the set. And there's only a few I want. I just wanted a few of the super vans and one of those Mayor Cool ones. They're all pretty much fantasy cars except for the Volkswagen Squareback, which is a popular one. But, you know, I'm a super van freak. Love my vans, obviously. If you've ever watched my channel before, you know this. Super van casting is like one of my all-time favorites from Hot Wheels. Definitely top 3 casting for me. And I did not have this one, so I definitely had to grab one. So let's crack into it. I'll throw it on the turntable and we'll take a closer look at it. Really excited to add that to the collection. And we got a few more to look at. Kind of a funky green paint. Funky funky green windshields, what I meant to say, and there's a little green trim on the wheels around the outside on those black wheels. I think the name of this character, I'm not that familiar with the movie. I think the name of the character, according to the card, is Oogie Boogie, I think. Some sort of a ghost dude. Not sure why there's dice there. I guess I need to rewatch the movie. Sure, if you're a fan of the movie, you know. But just another super van example. Another new version. So excited to add that to the collection. Next two are some pretty rare ones. Real excited about adding to the collection. Another top 3 casting for me from Hot Wheels is this custom 77 Dodge van. And I already have this in the dark tinted windshield version. But this is the more rare blue windshield variation. This is a lot more rare, a lot more harder to find, this blue window variation. I probably could pull one out to show you the difference if I have my cars down here. Let's see, hopefully it didn't get too much package rub, because it does, the card does look like it was having some sort of contact, so hopefully the paint is not too badly messed up on the side. Looks like it's got a little chafing, but not too bad. But you can see the blue windshield. I'll put it on the rotisserie and zoom in on it so you guys can check it out while I see if I can grab the regular, more common variation so that you can see the difference. Okay, where are we here? Okay, found one in my jammer here. Alright, here is the regular version. It had this like orangish smoked windshield, is the normal version. The blue one is much more rare. So I'll try to set them side by side so you can see the difference. I much prefer the blue one over the dark orange, but other than that they're exactly the same. It's just windshield variation on this particular casting, and it's only on this particular paint scheme, on this purplish pink deco tampo version. Is the purple, pinkish purple paint is the only one that I know of that has the windshield variation. And I'm not super big on collecting variations. I wasn't sure if I was going to bother with searching for it and spending the money to get one, but I saw one on Facebook. Someone was advertising for sale at a fairly reasonable price. It wasn't cheap. I definitely would have liked to pay less, but I'm kind of a completist, and it was like the one they did not have. And now I believe my custom 77 Dodge van collection is flawlessly complete without any missing. I'll be doing a casting spotlight video on that in the near future, so you guys could check out that video and let me know if I am missing any. But super pumped, super excited to add that blue windshield variation to the collection. So real excited about that one. And then last but not least is another rare one. This is one of the Dodge Caravan castings that is exclusive to a playset, so I did not have one. I've been looking on eBay for a little while, and one finally popped up, and I got it pretty reasonable, actually. I think I paid like 12 bucks for it or something like that, which isn't too bad considering it comes with a big plastic playset. But I'm not really too into the playset. I'll probably resell it or trade it. I just wanted the van out of it. So we can open this up and we'll take a closer look at it. Let's see if there's a way I can open this. I'll show you the back of the packaging. Rescue Center. I wonder if there's a way I can open this where it's not going to get too damaged. Let me see here. See if I can kind of gingerly open this up so it could maybe be resealed if somebody wants to still display it in the original box. Or add a different vehicle and reseal it. Oh, didn't do that great of a job, but I think it's still savable. Trying to do this on camera. It's not as easy as it looks. Okay, this one. Trying to preserve the packaging here. Otherwise I would just normally tear into it. Okay, I think if I just cut this open here. See if I can leave the rest of this intact and just take the little car pod out. We don't want to lose any pieces or parts for this little set. Here is the van. This Dodge Caravan is exclusive to this playset, so if you want this particular version to add to your Dodge Caravan collection, you're going to have to find it in this set, or you're going to need to be lucky and find it loose, which probably means it will be in played with condition. Well, let's put it on the turntable and get a closer look at it. So that, super excited to add this one to the collection. This is, I'm only missing 2 from my Dodge Caravan collection, and this was one of them. The remaining one I still need is from another large Hot Wheels playset. This one was, the one I'm missing is a black and white police Dodge Caravan. It's all black, I believe, with a white door and the number 12 on it. It kind of looks like a squad car. And it was from the police headquarters playset, which was a huge, like, $50 playset. And that was a playset exclusive. So, still looking for that one. If you guys know, if you have any leads or tips on where I could find one of those, I'd really be, I would really appreciate that if you could give me some info on that. I'm looking to get that last one so I can have this complete Dodge Caravan collection with all the different versions. So that's it. That's pretty much the last van we're going to open today. But thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like. Don't forget to subscribe. I try to put out at least 1 to 2 videos per week. And I also do reviews, and I'll be doing a review on that Golf Miho exclusive Weekend Garage. So cases, display cases. I also got some Hot Wheels, the new 50th anniversary Hot Wheels display cases. I got some of those to review. So lots of stuff, still lots of content coming. And like I said, I put out about 2 videos per week. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. You have a good day.